That should be recording. Do you see a, yeah, it should be recording.
Okay, great. It is recording. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Economic Development and Public Safety Committee meeting. Today is Wednesday, June 17, 2026. The time now is 7:01 p.m. I am Dinesh Nasser, co-chair. Will Williams, chair. We're joined by Shadow.
President Pritam, Committee Board 11 member.
We will start with the review of meeting minutes. Last month, we did have a meeting. And we had people come in, they had presentation from
The state liquor
the
authority.
State Liquor Authority, and another group were here from the Cross County Community Bank, and we had very productive presentations. Today in our agenda also, we have Lieutenant Mark Hannon from the 49th Precinct. He will go over some of the stats.
Right, so, yes, so thank you, Damaj. So in the interest of time, and I know we try not to hold on to our folks at the precinct. We know at any time they could be engaged. So we're going to prioritize any comments or any information you have to share with us as a community board, and also to get your input as we go into the alcohol renewal phase, whether or not you concur or not. So the floor is yours.
Sounds good. Thank you, guys. So honestly, overall, year to date, we're down in crime, which is a win. Major crimes we're at 956 versus 1,063 for 2025. For the 28-day period, we're only up in two major crime categories, one being robbery and the other is burglary. So robbery, we're up 25 versus 20. We've seen an uptick in scooter robberies. I'm sure that's, all across the Bronx. So we do have a team in place. We put a new conditions team out there to address, heavy scooter enforcement, try to combat these robberies. The other major crime category is burglary. We're up 19 versus 14. And kind of note, we've been getting, recently we've seen an uptick in pharmacy burglaries within the command. So, typically these guys will come in, it looks like they're operating either there's a solo person or two people working together. They'll use a bolt cutter, cut the front gate of an adjacent establishment, and then go through the sheetrock into the pharmacy. We also, I just started my tour now, so we'll be here all night. We put there's a new tour in place with some of my special ops guys we'll be driving around doing directives at pharmacies, and hopefully we end up catching these guys in the act. Because I don't think that's going to stop. The 49 has a lot of mom and pop pharmacies throughout in every sector, so we'll be out there for that. But yeah, like I said, overall we're down in crime, and we hope that trend continues.
So if I could just interject, I think there's some areas that you had major improvements on, and I was hoping that you could point that out. In terms of grand larceny, we have some major decrease there. Maybe you could speak to those points as well?
Yeah, I mean, we're down in grand larcenies 45 versus 60. The GLAs were driving us for a long period of time. We're down 29 versus 39 for 25% difference. They did have I think it was announced at one of the community council meetings. There was a major takedown of a crew that was operating in the Bronx. And I think that has dramatically helped, reduce the number of GLAs we've seen. They're still, don't get me wrong, they still happen. But I think the organized crews are kind of affected by the big takedown that they did have. And, we've definitely seen a reduction in that, which is nice. Because since I've been here, I got here in 2024, GLAs have been through the roof.
Yeah. It was mentioned, in fact, during the council. Excellent news. Only one item, lastly, I'd like for you to speak on, and that's in terms of traffic fatality. I think you had one year to date.
We do have a traffic fatality year to date. That was over on Waters and Marconi. But that was on I believe that was on a scooter, like one of those Lime scooters. And I think that the person either fell or had a medical episode, and it was a fatal collision. But to my knowledge, that's the only fatality we have.
And hopefully There'll be no addition to that.
Yeah.
All right, so if you have nothing further to share and you're able to have just a few more minutes as we enter the renewal of the alcohol licenses, we'll just get your opinion as the Marge goes through that process.
All right, so for the renewal of alcohol licenses, we have the Golden Corral. Do we share the document?
If you can share it, and while you're sharing it, maybe the lieutenant could give us his disposition as to whether or not there are any violence at that location.
Right, so this is the document. We did our due diligence. So far, we have received only positive feedback regarding this location. We just need some, if we can get your input, Lieutenant Tannen, on this location.
Yeah, I have no issues with them. I know they have been victimized twice by burglary. And aside from that, that's that's not their fault. So zero issues on from the 4-9 with Golden Corral.
Right, so on our side of things, we've looked at it, they're in no major violation to our statutes. It is a renewal, so we feel confident about that. So with that being said, we could enter gallery, we could get input on this location from the public at large, and then we could go into motion.
Okay, so we can enter the gallery session right now. We will start with Bernadette. She's here with us today. We have 2 minutes. Bernadette?
Okay,
Just hold 1 second, let me make sure.
start the clock.
Yes. Let me know when you're ready.
Okay, I'm ready. So, what I would like to speak about is the public safety. It's because of a situation that just basically happened in Van Nest, and there needs to be some sort of clarity when it comes to protocol, when it comes to.
Is that your open mic, Lieutenant, or I want to make sure it's not someone else?
Yeah, I'll mute myself.
You're good, you're good. I'll add your time over because okay.
So the topic of what I wanted to at least bring to the board's attention and also maybe come to a resolve is the clarity when it comes to parades. Okay, there's a protocol. I know that with parades is separate as opposed to information coming to the community board, as opposed to street closure. So there's a difference. But I'm just going to focus on the parade right now because there was a parade that was supposed to start on Friday, June 19th. Originally, it was on Saturday, the 20th. That was put in 30 days before. The online portal is 30 days for a parade, okay? Obviously, that is not enough time for it to get to a place where the community gets that information. And it happened here, and that's why I'm bringing it up. So if the date was June 19th, the application was submitted on Thursday, May 21st. So that's the timeline. That was the day after the full board meeting, which was May 20th. Okay, so that there was 3 weeks of that information basically out there, and it only got to, I would say, cross my path 3 weeks after the application. So a week and a half before it was going to start. Okay, so we're bringing that to June 5th. I send an email. Now, meanwhile, the mayor's office approved it, the 49 precinct approved it, and no information was given to the community or the community leaders so that we knew. This might have been a renewal, but it was in a new location, a new time, and a new day. So the topic was might have been a renewal because it happens every year, but it was, like I said, everything else was different. Nobody in Van Ness knew about this until I got a text that was saying, oh, by the way.
30 seconds.
Okay, so my point is the resolve, even though it's not supposed to come to the community board, it really does need 60 days, not 30 days. Because it needs to come to the community board so that it comes to the person that represents Van Nest, so that person can get it to the community. So I'm asking for a look at the actual protocol when it comes to parades and how it gets to the actual community that the parade is in. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
I have a quick question.
Sure.
So I just want to make sure I'm following where you're going. I think what you're asking for is for us to advocate for more information from the people who offer the permits and issue the permits.
It's the 49th that has to get back to you.
Okay.
So, because it's not 1P of the mayors, because if that's approved, the 49th will know about it, in community affairs.
Okay.
They should get back to the community board so that the person that represents Van Nest or, or get back to a community leader like me to say, hey, okay, so we know, nobody knew anything about it.
Nobody knows nothing about it.
Nobody. And we've been in communication with this.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Before we close, Lieutenant, is this an area you might be able to guide us as to how to best resolve this issue?
No, this is not my wheelhouse, but I could definitely have Candace Hall follow up with you guys about the parades and the time frame and stuff like that. I don't have anything to do with the approvals of the parades. Just so you all know as well, I don't know if you're familiar with Tiana Bell. She got transferred, so right now it's just Candace Hall running it by herself. For the time being, we're gonna probably put someone else in soon, but just to give you the update.
Thanks for sharing.
Can I ask a question? Not question, we know this summer quickly approaching us and usually in Van Nest especially, just increase our patrolling cops and so on there. Are they gonna start doing that or? You don't
Are
know
they
when
going to stop doing that or?
start doing it again?
Yeah,
Every
I
summer-
mean, listen, my Q team is like very plugged in with Van Nest. They're there every single night. Van Nest, Garfield, that's kind of like the bodega over there. We did an operation there.
Yeah.
We're very plugged in with Van Nest, and it's not going to stop.
Okay, just wanna
Thank you.
highlight that.
Anybody else for gallery?
Anyone else for gallery session?
Yeah, but now I'm on the next issue, not for every issue, right?
Yeah, this is you could go into another issue if you have one.
Well, it hasn't been heard yet. It's the next item on your agenda.
What is that?
Which item is that?
Or shaking crowd?
Yes.
So, for Shaking Crab, we did discuss that last month.
Yes.
And we did send a letter of
I
objection
don't know.
and
Letter of objection. yeah.
letter of objection. There were some issues, if I remember, with that location.
Yeah, we've gotten back a report from the precinct of former violence at that location, but you could certainly speak to that. Is this Roxanne Delgado?
Yeah, well, first, there has not been any former instance of violence. There was one that was done, was happened several years ago outside their premise, and the officer said it was not related to the establishment. Second, this is not a renewal. This is a new license under new ownership, so they don't even have a track record yet that I know of.
So I want to give you a chance to complete your thought, but two things. One, I was somehow led to believe that this was a renewal, one, and two, this is not my opinion, this is a feedback from the precinct. But you can certainly continue, I'll give you your
One
time.
second, because on the agenda, they listed it incorrectly. If you look, you open the actual application, it says new establishment. Secondly, is the name of the owner is different from the prior one. So that's not an opinion. Secondly, can you still hear me or was I muted?
Just go into the document for that location. Oh, we can.
Second, when I spoke to community affairs about it, to ask them what the list the incidents, can you ask the NYPD 49 precinct sergeant that's present at your meeting to list these incidents? Because when I asked community affairs, we're not able to list, but the one that happened several years ago outside the establishment. So be for transparency's sake and make sure decisions are made based on facts, not misinformation. Can you ask the 49 Precinct Sergeant to please list these incidents of violence that you're referring to, please?
I want to make sure you use your time allotment. Are you concluded with your?
Yeah, but I have two questions. That it's a new application I renew on second. If the 49 Precinct Sergeant present could list the supposed incidents of violence, please.
Sure. Are you prepared to address that issue, Lieutenant?
I am. I don't believe this is a new application for a liquor license and under new ownership. I believe it's the same owner because I know Fanny Trung. I deal with her on a weekly basis. I believe she's updating the method of operation on her SLA license to include third-party promoters. She did not have that before, and it's checked off now.
Well, I think I see application and,
She's currently licensed by the SLA,
No.
and she just got renewed, I believe, in
it's not new
March or April.
temporary permit.
Yes, correct. She was renewed on April 1st. It's online in the portal with FLA. So she has it was 4/1/2026 was renewal for the
So
next 2 years.
I believe that this is just to update the method of operation to include third-party promoters.
Can you name the list of violence that the chair is referring to, please?
Yeah, so we'll go back to February 8th, 2025. We had an employee was assaulted by an intoxicated patron. On February 23rd, 2025, we had gunshots were fired out front, resulting in one homicide, and then another person was struck by gunfire. We took that as an assault. On September 21st, 25, complainant was inside Shaking Crab when she got into an altercation with the perpetrator, where she was struck in the mouth with a rock. On February 13th, 2026, there was a fight started inside, led to the outside of Shaking Crab, and the complainant was stabbed in the abdomen. Cops got on scene, his intestines were protruding out of his body. On February 14th of this year, it was submitted for cure, which is coordinating united resolution with establishments. That pretty much loops in like the Office of Nightlife, the NYPD, and the establishment and the SOA, trying to reduce the incidents that occur there. We had a cure meeting with the owner, Fanny Trung, on March 12th, where she was served with a cure notice. Basically says kind of keep your business in check, so you to prevent operations going forward. On April 14th of this year, we conducted an undercover auxiliary buy operation. The bartender sold 2 12-ounce Corona beers to the underage auxiliary. On April 17th of this year, we did a cure operation. That was with the SLA, FDNY, and Department of Buildings. FDNY issued her a summons. They issued a few warnings and I believe a summons. I'm not sure what that was for. And then they had the security guard working at the establishment was also unlicensed. He got a summons for being unlicensed. The same night, but the different day, on April 18th, the security guard was assaulted by an intoxicated patron who attempted to strike him with a broken table leg. On May 2nd, 2026, my Q team officers were outside. They observed someone drinking directly in front of the establishment. They approached him, requested identification. He refused and resisted arrest. And I arrived on scene. There was a large disorderly group in front of the establishment. We gave the owner, Fanny, a summons for disorderly premise. And that night, she said she had a promoter working, and she told me that she had submitted the paperwork to the SLA to update her SLA license to include the use of promoters, which I believe is what we're here for now. And then May 3rd of this year, a large group right in front of the location, and we had which was on video, and then we had a male who walked into Harlem Hospital with multiple slash wounds, and it happened at Shaking Crab.
So I think that's enough of a body. And Roxanne, did that answer your question?
I'd like to thank the 49 Precinct Sergeant for his transparency. So I stand corrected. But the second I'm still, if this is a new application that, as the officer stated, will be include a third party promoter. So I guess we will have to review and vote on this as well.
That's fine. We can go ahead. We will then vote on it. We have quorum today.
All right, so if nothing else, we'll go ahead and we'll do a quorum present and we'll.
We have to get your hands up for the gallery session.
Okay, that way make sure I close Roxanne and then we go into the next person for gallery.
Right, you have any question, Roxanne? Any other questions?
No, thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Press? Your hand is up. Can you mute yourself?
I believe Kay Cardona was in front of me.
Sure, go ahead, Kay.
Okay.
Thank you, Robert. You could have gone first. Yeah, I wasn't going to speak in the gallery, but I find it absolutely shocking. All the incidences with this one particular place. The only time I'm in that area is during the day, and you wouldn't even know. But I'm listening to all this, and it sounds like we're back in the Wild West days with this sort of thing. I just find it absolutely unacceptable that an establishment like this can exist with so much violence happening, which we don't understand why. I just don't even see why this place is allowed to operate. I just hope that the board considers this when they go to a vote. And I'm glad that you had the letter of objection, because this, an establishment like this really shouldn't exist. There's just no need for this level of violence. People should be able to drink, have entertainment, and not, engage in so much violence. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Let me just add this, right? Based upon the education I was recently granted by the SLA, the board does have input in the review process. We do not determine whether or not the establishment get a license. That's the purview of the SLA. They will go through their own procedures in terms of vetting this this application and with the owners. So I just wanted to make that clear. Mr. Press.
I'm surprised that the 49th precinct didn't go straight to the SLA and ask for them to revoke the license. That's what I'm thinking, number one. But this board doesn't have a connection with the 49th precinct. All right. I was on Community Board 8, and we were very tight with the 50th precinct. And if anything like this happened, we had the place closed. All right. We had one problem where there was underage drinking in a bar, and the place was closed. All right. So I can't understand how this place is still open with all of these incidents. All right. These incidents should have been noted, and each incident should be noted in your report to this State Liquor Authority as to why you're objecting to this license, or you want them to be denied. And if the 49th precinct can email it over to Jeremy, it would be appreciated that you could send it in with your letter. And you should read this at your full board meeting when the full board votes on this, so that you will get a unanimous vote against this license. All right. I mean, I find it appalling that, and where is the White Plains Road bid on this? They should be here helping you. The White Plains Road bid should be monitoring this if they're doing their job, but they're not, obviously, if this place is allowed to continue. All right, that's all I have to say. I'm appalled that all of these incidents that happen in this place is still open. Thank you.
Thank you.
Can I just say something real quick?
Yes, go ahead.
So yeah, I work hand in hand with the SLA. So every incident that occurs there, we submit a report to the SLA for each incident. I'm also in touch with the attorney from the SLA, and we speak not weekly, but often enough. And the most recent update was that Shaking Crab was served a notice of pleading. So it's basically to cancel or revoke their liquor license. And I believe the owner has till sometime towards the end of the month to kick back an answer to the SLA, to see how she's going to plead. Which would be like, it's kind of like all the stuff I laid out for you guys before. Those are also included in the packet that she was mailed. And so, yeah, just to, Mr. Press, just to kind of go back on your statement there, we have been working very closely with the SLA.
Yes, and likewise, we have been working with the precinct.
Thank you, officer.
Through Chris or myself. So thanks for sharing that. One more. Did you conclude, Lieutenant?
Yes.
All right. Just think I have one more in the gallery. Go ahead.
My name is Miguel Dyer. I just wanted to kind of say as the chair said, you know, with the way that goes with the FLA is such that, you know, the community board has an opinion, but it's advisory and just that. And it's not as easy as, it's very difficult to lose a liquor license, is what I'm trying to say. So, you know, these things take time and, everything that needs to be done, I think that Shaken Crab should be shut down also. I live, you know, near it and it's completely gross at night. But, you know, it does take a long time and everything that needs to be done to get that done has been done.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Anyone else before we close gallery session? Okay, so we could go into motion.
All right, we can go to motions right now.
We could begin with Golden Corral.
We will begin with Golden Corral. We will have a motion
No objection.
of no rejection,
No
no
objection
objection
to the SLA.
to the SLA for Golden Corral.
I second.
You second, okay. Are we gonna discussion? Okay, we will move.
No objection.
Any objections? Any abstention?
Motion carried.
Motion carries.
Unanimous, was it?
Yes, unanimously.
And for Shaken Crab is a letter of, okay.
So I believe it clearly, again, it's gonna be a letter of no objection, so if we make a motion to forward a letter of objection to the State Liquor Authority on behalf of Shaken Crab.
Letter of objection.
Yes.
All right, so the second motion for Shaken Crab,
Second motion or first motion?
no, this is the second.
Because I saw a new application and you always say it's a renewal. I just had to clarify that with you.
This one is a new application.
To add third-party promoters.
Or to add third party.
Right.
To the registration.
So so for Shaken Crab, moving
Making a motion.
making a motion of objection.
No. Oh, yeah, continue.
Making a motion for objection
Send to SLA.
to send a letter to the SLA of a letter of no a letter of objection.
A letter of objection
A letter of objection
to the SLA
to the SLA for
for,
Shaken Crab.
right.
So discussion.
I'm sorry, I just want to make sure the motion is clear. You're stating that we're doing a motion of objection to send a letter to SLA, or we're doing a letter to object the
So-
the
You're-
request for a license
You're correct.
to
So
the SLA.
it's a letter
Just
of
making sure.
objection. A letter of objection to the SLA.
A letter of objection, correct.
Just
A letter of objection to
Stating not to give them
So
license.
so the letter of objection by default is saying we don't concur with them getting an approval on the application.
Okay, yeah, I just want to make sure the motion is clear. I just want to make sure.
You have a second. So discussion.
discussion. Any
I
abstention?
think when we say that,
Yes.
we have discussions to this.
Discussion.
We have to include of what 49 precinct said in our.
It will be included in the letter of
It
objection.
will be included, right, in the letter of objection. Going back again to
More discussion.
more discussion again, and I don't think there's any discussion. Any objection? Statements? Letter, okay,
Motion carries.
Motion
Motion carries unanimously.
motion carries unanimously.
Thank you.
Thank you. The next thing in our agenda is all businesses.
I don't believe we have any old businesses currently.
You have, okay, all right. New business?
I do have something. I was at a meeting, I think it was PPNA recently. And someone, and I'm bringing this to the lieutenant so that maybe we can arrange a meeting with the commander. And I don't know what the process would be or if it's even a thing. But there are concerns in the community overall about the upcoming development that we're already seeing. We're seeing new housing popping up here, there. White Plains Road, we're looking at BRC, we're looking at another building with 100+ units. And that's only 2 in a small area. And then we'll have the Metro North at some point in time. And so the concern from this person was, how can we engage with the city in order to get an idea of what is needed to expand and increase the manpower within the 49th precinct. I don't know what that looks like. How do we advocate? How do we plan appropriately so that we can, be ready for the changes that are coming? So any feedback you can offer, I'd appreciate.
You're talking about like boosting numbers of patrol officers within the command? A little bit?
Basically, how many officers you have, yes.
Yeah, I mean, I think the department as a whole is running short right now across the board. And honestly, especially for this summer, right? We got the Knicks parade tomorrow, FIFA World Cup's going on, the 250th anniversary of Independence Day. Everyone's kind of being pulled in different directions. So, and, I'm sure with all that, there's a lot of overtime. A lot of people are going to retire once it's all said and done. I don't have a direct answer for you on how to boost the numbers here, because that's been an issue since I came here. And it's not just here, it's, citywide. But we could definitely arrange to set up a meeting with the commanding officer if you'd like, and you could kind of, she might be better to assist you on I don't know who you'd even go to for that, to be honest with you. But we need it.
If you don't mind, I could expand on that a little bit, because I think I attended the council meeting, I believe 2 months ago. And at that meeting, we were told that we did have some improvements from where we were. I believe the number that comes to mind is maybe 18 officers or so.
Yeah, I think right.
But to answer the chair's question, we would definitely like to find out how best we could continue to increase those numbers and meet the community needs for enforcement. So
yeah, it's like, what are the metrics that the department as a whole citywide uses to determine, well, this precinct will get X number of officers, is it based on, population, et cetera. So I think this is definitely a larger conversation to have, but, I just wanted to open the door so that it's something we can think about moving forward.
We will take as many as we can get. Keep them coming.
Right. And maybe something we could address on our budget priorities as well.
It's with the city council. The money has to come from the city council.
City council, okay.
Yes.
And so you have to directly really and advocate for her to get money and for her to push for that. So that's like first base. So, thank you.
Right, thank you.
Anything else?
Any other new business?
Cynthia, when you said everybody will include in this meeting, or just you and Jeremy and the commander?
I mean, I think we can, we can figure it out. We can figure something out, even if it's the committee at least or something, but I'll talk to Jeremy tomorrow so that we
I
can
think the
try to.
economics committee should.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes, no,
if no one, I have hand raised.
That's
Roxanne.
your voice is not on the gallery. Go ahead, Roxanne.
I'd like to apologize to the lieutenant. I didn't mean to call him sergeant. And second, I'd like to say how impressed I am with how detailed and prepared he is. It's very impressive. Thank you for being so prepared and informing this community. It's not often that happens, but thank you so much, Lieutenant.
Thank you, Roxanne. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Mr. Press. 30 seconds, and then we'll have to continue with the meeting.
Yes, I have the FY29 or FY27 projections from the NYPD for the Bronx. All right, the 49th precinct has 194 full-time positions as of 2/11/26 on paper, and that is at a cost of $20 million, $685,014. All right, and the same is projected with a minor increase in the money of the FY27, 194 officers for the precinct. Now, whether they're actually in the precinct or elsewhere, I can't tell you. Because at one precinct council meeting, the executive officers said they had 82 people, 82 officers on duty. And if the lieutenant could corroborate with me, he'd probably say I'm right. Thank
We
you.
don't, I forget the number you threw out there, 194, 192. We don't have we don't have that number. I don't know the exact number, but I want to say it's probably like 140, give or take. So we're definitely a little bit off from the projected number.
Well, I'll show it to the captain at the precinct council meeting.
Sounds good.
Thank you. You have another question?
Still have
Go ahead. Wait, I have some more.
I have some question. When will community council for a PC meeting this month?
The schedule.
It's the last Tuesday of the month. I don't know where it's going to be. So it'll be what,
Bronx
next,
House.
the 30th.
Bronx House.
I received last
June
month,
30th.
I received this month, notice, that's why.
Another question?
Or, no, what is it?
The last Tuesday in the month, which would be June 30th.
Bronx houses.
I'll send it to you.
All right, so if there's.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, sorry about
For
it.
return presented,
Okay,
that's why it is.
Yeah, I apologize. I'll only be a couple of seconds. I wanted to thank the lieutenant for joining the meeting and being so accurate with figures and stuff. And I wanted to thank the precinct as a whole for all that they do. I'm here 34 years and I've spent a lot of time doing community stuff with you guys. And one thing which probably is for the community development committee, but I did also want to mention it's not just the law enforcement issues of all these new properties and all the new people coming in. This is why I've been anti-gentrification since 1979. They do the planning, but they don't really plan for all the extra people. It's not just the housing, it's education, sanitation. It's so many different issues involved with all the new properties that come to a community that they just keep building and building and building. And a lot of times, substantial amounts of these properties remain empty. They're not always rented right away. Some units stay empty. You have buildings that have existed for almost 100 years. You have empty units in it. So there's just no real planning, involved in this. So it isn't just the law enforcement issues, but that is a very big, big part of why I'm anti-gentrification, because, you build buildings, you dump whole new people in places and you're just not prepared to deal with them. And the people are not prepared to deal with what, they've just come into. Anyway, I'll stop talking. I just wanted to wish everybody a wonderful summer too on top of it. So thank you so much, guys, for all you do.
thank you. Okay, so if there are no other issues to discuss, I would like to make a motion to adjourn the meeting.
I second that.
All right, so
Thank
meeting,
coming up.
thank you all for coming. Meeting ends at 7:38 p.m.
Thank you.
Good night.
Good night.
Thank you. Have
Thank
a
you.
great night.
Good night.
Happy Father's Day to any
Right.
fathers in
Happy
the
Father's
room.
Day. Happy
Happy
Juneteenth.
Father.
Happy 4th of July.
Yes.